What stage of the current market cycle are we in? What are your thoughts on this? How and what are people supposed to think about it? I'm usually optimistic. I'm bullish, if you ask me, at the height of winter in 2019. Both 2022 and 2023 were bullish. And I'm bullish at the peak, but if the market declines, there will be a correction. Therefore, timing the market is extremely difficult. The markets currently follow 4-year cycles, but it's difficult to predict if this one will be shorter or longer, etc. But from a long-term perspective, I believe we're still in the early stages. People are really impatient when they invest. Naturally, I want to see 10 times my investment tomorrow. Why not? However, it is not how the market operates. Therefore, I believe that you will constantly be let down if you pursue things that go against the way this world operates. Since those statements from Czech are so accurate, I know that many of you novices in the comments section needed to hear them. Why haven't we reached 10x yet? Why is the price of an XRP currency heading to $1,000? Why aren't we currently being embraced by all blank countries? That's simply a thing, isn't it? It wouldn't seem spectacular when it did happen if it always happened at the exact moment that everyone wanted it to. This is the world in which we live. In these marketplaces, patience and perseverance are essential. However, I still firmly believe that when this bull run occurs, it will grow much wilder. You people will feel foolish for the rest of your lives for whining about or being angry about anything related to today's XRP pricing. Having said that, we will be discussing a discussion with Raoul and CZ Binance today in which they both discuss this in great length. I must add that this is a really fantastic piece of content today, so please make sure to pay close attention and hit the like button so that everyone can see it. Now let's watch the video. Additionally, the concept of strategic reserves, as that is the most popular topic at the moment. Explain that and what you're hearing to us. A few nations have made significant progress in that area. His Majesty the King of Bhutan, who is an early adopter of cryptocurrency, is, I believe, in the city today. He is an extremely intelligent man. Additionally, they have hydro, clean, and extra energy. For years, they have been mining Bitcoin. For a fairly small nation, they have billions upon billions of dollars in Bitcoin. Additionally, they have now expanded their national reserve to include Ethereum and BNB. The early adopters are therefore making progress. The US appears to be holding on to, or at least not selling, Bitcoin, according to publicly available information. Some of the original developers, like ourselves, genuinely hope that governments will sell their Bitcoin so that other men can purchase them at a reduced price. However, you should be aware that the current US administration is extremely astute, so they know what's worth it. They now determine that. Since the US, one of the biggest economies in the world, now holds Bitcoin and has established a cryptocurrency reserve, other nations are compelled to follow suit since the longer you do so, the more expensive your cryptocurrency will be. Indeed, I believe that we are advising numerous nations on how to establish a crypto strategic reserve, as well as other very basic fundamental issues like which wallet solutions to utilize. Do you utilize your own hold wallets, or do you use a professional cost leader solution? Do you possess the necessary skills to construct such infrastructure, etc.? As a result, most nations' initial investments are not as large as those of the United States, correct? There are about 200,000 Bitcoins in the US. When most other countries store far lower amounts, we just advise them to adopt a multi-sig professional cost leader solution, correct? Therefore, the money cannot be moved by a single person. They ought to switch to their own code storage solution once they reach a certain higher volume. As a result, there are several conversations around the topic. In all of this, where is Europe? Not at all. It's not real. It's not real. Yes, Europe doesn't seem to be included in this conversation. It is exceptional, no. Because in the end, this technology makes it possible for regular people to become wealthy and participate in the financial system, and Europe is purposefully keeping them out. Yes, I believe there is an exception, and that is the only one that is truly less. In actuality, Montenegro is very pro-crypto. There, we are in active communication with the Prime Minister. Additionally, he is a very progressive leader. However, aside from Montenegro, I don't have any other examples. it's somewhat absent on the map. What excites you about the current state of the cryptocurrency markets? It's fascinating to see what developments and things are happening that you find interesting. There is a lot of money moving about in the cryptocurrency market, I believe, but everyone is aiming for long-term gains. Therefore, I would like to assist the funders in creating tangible items. Thus, I work as a constructor myself. Building items that are widely used appeals to me. That, in my opinion, is the most crucial metric. The token price isn't the issue. It's not all of that. Building use cases for people is all that is involved. For this reason, I am actually spending the majority of my time today working on simple labs with founders. Thus, discussing various projects, speaking with the creators, and attempting to assist them. The number of strong founders is still enormous. Simply said, their voice is a little muted at the moment. Therefore, in my opinion, we must assist those founders in becoming more outspoken, involved, and active in the community, as well as in raising funds and creating appropriate long-term token economics, among other things. Thus, I actually spent a significant amount of time there. What impact do you think AI will have on this industry specifically? AI is being used by more than just engineers to create code more quickly. Thus, I believe there are many applications for AI. The first is AI, which, in my opinion, will fundamentally change the way users engage with blockchain. UX seems as though everything will change, won't it? I believe AI has a wide range of uses, which is why this sector regrettably existed before AI. Therefore, we must transform this sector into one that is AI-enabled in terms of the apps we develop, the product tools, customer service, risk management, and risk monitoring. Additionally, blockchain can be used by AI itself. As I previously stated, I believe that cryptocurrency is the currency for artificial intelligence. AI won't enter an SMS code or swipe a card. AI nem mukodik igwai. It will involve cryptocurrency. Moreover, AI requires a large amount of data for training. They used up all of the public data today, but there is still a lot of data that we don't collect. Blockchain technology can be used to record those data in a way that protects privacy. However, you cannot guarantee your own data sovereignty if you provide those data to a third-party organization. Therefore, it makes sense to collect data on the blockchain. However, using a centralized platform is now more convenient in terms of technology. Thus, we'll be hoping for that change to occur. Furthermore, despite the fact that there are a number of various AI agents with tokens available to many people today, the agents don't really have much use, do they? It's a test. Therefore, what we want, and what I would really want to see, are real agents with genuine utility who can actually assist you with tokens. These days, you can go to any of the numerous platforms that offer AI token launches, click a button, and within 3 seconds, you have your own token with your own AI and name. It's a worthless token. According to the majority, 99.999% of the tokens are worthless. We want to see actual AI beings that are capable of doing tasks, even though they might be one or two for sentimental or cultural reasons. These days, such as DeepSec, ChatGPT, etc. These AIs are very large and capable of many tasks. Compared to those folks who can perform a lot of things like editing images and videos, there is less AI.